Coming up right now on Newsbeat, the City of Washington is looking to enhance its downtown area. The City of Lawrenceville is currently hosting its annual Fall Festival, but with a few changes. There are just a few Food Truck Mondays left to enjoy in Vincennes this year. A paranormal presentation was the topic this week on the VU campus, and VU students enjoyed an ice cream break this week. We'll have those stories and more right now on Newsbeat. Downtown Washington will see some major work getting underway this fall. Thanks for tuning in to Newsbeat. I'm Ethan Dotson.
And I'm Indigo Loving. The Davies County Economic Development Corporation is spearheading the project in downtown Washington.
Washington officials are looking for a way to reinvigorate the downtown area. The goal is to make it a go-to location for many of the community's events. Economic Development Director Brian Niehoff says many partners have helped get this project off the ground.
We've had so many partners through this process, and it's been phenomenal just to see so many folks coming together on this project. One, as I mentioned, the City of Washington, obviously, right? They've been a major partner, major player.
The downtown commons will consist of 3 buildings, a market pavilion, a band stage, and an event pavilion. There will also be a central grass area, public restrooms, and benches scattered around the area. Bryant says he's very thankful for the partners working on this project, especially the local Knights of Columbus.
A very sincere thanks and just my deepest gratitude to those partners, the many partners that have helped bring this process to fruition. We have some announcements coming up here soon with additional partners that we're really excited to share. I'm just excited to see it get started and wrap it up.
Dirt is expected to start moving this fall, while the completion of the project should take up to a year. Officials are hoping to have the grand opening of the Davies County Downtown Commons during the winter of 2023. Reporting for Newsbeat, I'm JJ Brown.
Knox County Central Dispatch is making some changes they say will better the community. 911 Director Rob McMullen says Knox County has begun implementing the priority dispatch system for medical, fire, and police calls. This will bring dispatchers in line with nationally recognized standards. Officials say one of the key benefits of this protocol is that it gives dispatchers the capability to provide a continuous stream of important information to first responders heading out to the scene. This means emergency crews will be better able to provide life-saving measures when they arrive under the new protocol. All dispatchers will be certified by the National Academies of Emergency Dispatch. Recertification will take place every 2 years. Knox County Central Dispatch Executive Director Rob McMullen says the program is cost-effective because it allows dispatchers to help prioritize resources on a case-by-case basis.
The questions help, and that's the whole purpose of this system, is to, one, make sure everything's scripted and everybody asks the same questions, but yes, to also prioritize resources.
The Knox County Central Dispatch has 12 full-time dispatchers and 3 part-time people who handle all of Knox County's emergency calls. McMullen says his staff began training in July and have already implemented these new protocols.
Vincennes officials are trying to figure out what to do about the city's trash service. City Council President Tim Salters says the city's trash sticker system is losing around $60,000 a year. This is why officials are looking at options to help them recover their losses. The City Council commissioned a study through Reedy Financial to help them look at their options. Some of the things officials are considering are adding a monthly fee on the water bill, privatization, and increasing sticker fees. Each option includes buying an additional trash truck. No matter what they decide, officials say something needs to be done.
Now we can kind of hone in on which of these options might be better, then listen to what people have to say about that and kind of move forward, because I agree with Mayor, we've been dealt a hand that's been pretty difficult to deal with. I mean, I remember first coming into office, this was a mess. This was an absolute mess. And, you know, we've alleviated some of it, but it's still there, and you've still got to deal with it.
You can take a closer look at all of the options on the Salters for City Facebook page.
The Knox and Daviess County Tobacco Prevention and Cessation Coalitions are hosting a community conversation. The conversation will take place on Tuesday, September 20th, in Washington. During the conversation, organizers will talk about how e-cigarette products are marketed in the community. Organizer Crystal Russell says about 18.5% of high schoolers in Indiana are vaping, which is why conversations like this are so critical.
Nicotine impacts the brain. So as long as the brain is developing, which is about until age 25, there can be detrimental effects to the brain introducing that nicotine. And so that's why we really want to reach our youth, reach their parents, and try to get them to never, ever start these products if possible.
The event takes place on Tuesday at the Abe Knepp Training Room at the Security Center in Washington at 12 p.m. Registration is encouraged.
We've learned more information on how the city of Lawrenceville plans to handle a building collapse. As we've previously reported, Lawrenceville officials blocked off the 1100th block of State Street because buildings were collapsing. The city doesn't own those buildings, so officials couldn't immediately move to take them down. After monitoring the situation for a while, the city took the matter to the courts, which gave them permission to deal with the buildings. First City News spoke with officials who say they're moving forward with demolition of the buildings. Demolition is scheduled to begin on September 26th. In the meantime, people are encouraged to stay away from the area.
The Lawrenceville Fall Festival is underway. The event is usually hosted at the Lawrenceville Square. This year's festivities have been moved because of the building collapse. The festival got underway on Wednesday at Wishnick Park. Through Saturday, visitors will be able to sample fair food favorites, enjoy a few rides, and stop by vendors. Live entertainment from local cheer teams, dance troupes, school bands, and more will also be available. The Lawrenceville Fall Festival will continue through Saturday. For more information on times, locations, and prices, just visit vincenneспbs.org.
Food Truck Mondays in Vincennes are winding down. The weekly event is held down on the downtown Riverwalk, featuring dozens of food trucks and other vendors. There are only a few more Mondays to enjoy the food trucks. September 26th will be the last regular Monday to visit the food vendors on the riverfront. After a short break, the trucks will be back on the Riverwalk for a Halloween bash on October 24th. That event will end the 2022 season.
The Knox County Sheriff's Department is utilizing a new app to help keep the public informed and offenders off the streets. VU's Broadcasting Mal Chandler explains more in this week's Digital Minute.
The Knox County Sheriff's Office launched a useful app earlier this year. It is a source of information and helpful links. The app features a news tab as well as a social media tab to keep you up to date with the department. If you're concerned with crime in your area, you can also view recent bookings and even search within them by name. There's also a Most Wanted section. You can also submit tips within the app if you have information you think would be helpful to the department. Knox County Sheriff Doug Vantlin says the app has proven to be a valuable tool.
This was something started a little over a year ago, and I talked to other sheriffs in the state that had got the app, and it was working out great for them. This app, we've arrested over 80 people in 7 months because of the app.
The app also allows parents to keep their children safe by showing users a map of sex offenders in the county. If you're looking to get a gun permit, the app also helps you get started filing for one. The Knox County Sheriff's Office app seems to have something for everyone, from the concerned citizen to the nosy neighbor. With this Digital Minute, I'm Mal Chandler.
Taking a look at different events being planned over the week. The Knox County Suicide Prevention Walk will be happening this Saturday, September 17th. The free walk gets underway at the Vincennes University outdoor track at 9 a.m. The goal of the event is to bring awareness to suicide prevention and to let those who may be struggling know that they are not alone.
Vincennes University's Fall Parent and Family Weekend returns this weekend. It starts with the Wabash Dash Tube Race this Saturday. Registration for VU students begins at 9 a.m., with the tube race starting at 10 a.m. at Kimmel Park. Teams will float down the Wabash to the finish line at George Rogers Clark National Historic Park. Back at Kimmel Park, a live concert with Guy Ash, as well as a cornhole tournament and axe throwing, will follow in the afternoon.
Vincennes University will also be hosting its first pre-VU day of the fall semester this Saturday. Check-in will begin at 9:30 a.m. For the event, which will include tours of campus, sessions on financial aid and student activities, and even a complimentary lunch at Tecumseh Dining Center. To register for pre-VU days, just visit venue.edu/pre-VU, or you can call 812-888-4313. 2 other pre-VU days will be held later this semester on October 14th and November 12th.
Paranormal Activity was the focus of a presentation this week on the VU campus. Kurt Strutz specializes in speaking about paranormal places and happenings. The guest speaker spoke on his Visiting the Beyond series this past Tuesday, a haunted paranormal lecture that sends his guests on a journey like no other.
At this point, I have still never seen an actual full apparition, a full glow. I've seen shadows, I've felt things move, but I've never actually seen a full-blown apparition yet, and it's something I'm hoping at some point in time to see. I don't know how scared I'll be if I find one, but I'm hoping to experience that at some point in time.
Strutz will continue his paranormal presentation, making stops in Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
A favorite annual event was held on the VU campus this week. The President's Ice Cream Social was held on Wednesday. It's a chance for this time of year to let students, faculty, and staff enjoy some free ice cream and visit with one another. The VU's Blues Ensemble was also set up to entertain the crowd. President Chuck Johnson says it's a fun break to offer students.
One of the best things about this is it's one of our first chances really to kind of engage with the students if they have about a month of classes. It's a chance to show some appreciation for their hard work for the first month in, a chance to see our faculty and our staff out together as well, and just bring some vibrancy and some fun to the campus during the middle of the week.
The popularity of the Ice Cream Social has led university officials to start planning an additional social for later this fall. However, no further details have been released as of now. And that's all for this edition of Newsbeat. I'm Ethan Dotson.
And I'm Indigo Loving. Stay tuned for Sports Buzz coming up next. We'll see you again next week.